Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is King of Diamonds, and welcome to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Today we are just comparing units. I will probably just be playing a little bit more on my own. I don't know. They've had a recent update on fixing some of the pathing issues, but honestly, there was a recording I did, and I was so angry because they kept suiciding themselves and not bothering to go through certain paths. The pathing was just being terrible, absolutely awful, and I guess there were invisible walls. But anyway, we're going to compare the units. Not too recently, we got the I'd say the Egyptian armies. They're decently armed. They got a shield and a spear, which gives them a little bit of advantage, or should give them a little bit of an advantage against the Roman. But he is not only this Roman armed with shield, he is also pretty well armored. It has a gladius as well. It kind of looks like a rod, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to see how they do. I'm only going to do the fight once. I know, given how fights are supposed to be, you gotta do it more than once. Like, you gotta 1, 2, like 10 times to determine at least a little bit of how well they can do. But I don't like having to wait for the loading screen. This is going to be ending up towards 1,000,000 men power. But for now, we will see how these guys do in a 1v1. Oh dear. He has a second head. And the Roman soldier won. So clearly, the Romans have a slight advantage. He did take a few hits. But let's go ahead and see how 10 Romans versus 10 Egyptians do. And here we are. This is, surprisingly uneven. Looks like they're going for an interesting tactic. I've never seen a tactic like this before, but yeah, it's 10v10. Trying to take an advantage with 2 men on one side. But let's go ahead and see how they do. Oh wow, 2 of them went down immediately. Okay, looking at this, the Egyptian soldiers only got 2 in this. Now, I do know that they can do better than this. I have seen it, but then again, this is what, like a 5,000 versus 5,000. But they are capable of killing Romans. But I think in terms of numbers, they could probably do a lot better at hurting the Romans. They can get a lot more kills than that, but only in like larger numbers, I think. Alright, so here we are, 100 versus 100. Looks like there's a 3 to 4 man line here, so it should be pretty even. This battle's going to last a little bit longer, plus the lines are less likely to break apart, at least not immediately. Let's go ahead and start it. Romans making short work of these Egyptians, but the Egyptians did manage to get quite a few kills in. These guys are really struggling over here, though. They already took one out. Now he's got a 2v1, these guys. And they failed. So these guys coming in from behind. Oh, wait. Ouch. But hey, they did get 32 kills. So I'd say almost at 1 in 3 for this round. Okay, now instead of 1,000, we're doing 500. As 1,000 is a bit much, kind of a bit of a. I think 500 is a company size. 1,000 might as well be a legion. I don't really remember the terms. It's been a really long time since I went to school, but there is a very decently sized army on both sides. If they're lucky, they might not get enveloped almost immediately. Because the biggest advantage you have in a battle is if you can flank the enemy, and the Romans keep ending up doing that. Let's go ahead and back up a little bit and start. The Egyptians also have the advantage in speed, so theoretically, the Egyptians, if they're fast enough, they will basically just flank the Romans, and that's how they dish out more kills. However, since they're so close together, and there's not too many Egyptians, these guys can't immediately go around and flank the Romans. The Romans are flanking these guys because the back lines aren't that thick. But they are killing quite a few of them in the flanks, so the Egyptians are getting a second wind on this side, not on all the way on the other end. Looks like the Romans are flanking that end. And now they've just basically broken certain parts of the lines. Go ahead and take a look at this. See, they've completely broken their lines. There's no line left. They're just fighting in little chunks now. So this time they did fare a little bit better. The Egyptians got 241 kills this time. So they got really lucky this time. And the Romans, well, they killed all of them. So, but they did a lot better because they had much thicker lines. The bigger the army, the less likely they are to break apart, and they were able to prove it in this battle. Let's go into the next one. Okay, this time it's 1,000 versus 1,000. They're fairly close together. The Egyptians have more opportunities this time because their lines are so thick. Look at that, those beefy lines. So now the Romans have to worry about a bit more about getting flanked, given that the Egyptians are much lighter and can just run. So let's see how they do it. Egyptians immediately attempting to get around them, but they could not. I guess the lines were not that thick. The Egyptians are, however, spreading the lines. So since this is 1,000 versus 1,000, this is going to take a minute or so. Let's take a look. Egyptians got 400 kills so far. 400. Let's see if they can get more than half. They still got 300 men left. Their lines are about to break too. Look at that. Barely any left. Again, the Romans are still taking the advantage at the flanks too. But hey, it looks like the Egyptians successfully managed to get even more kills than they did the last game. They got 562 kills so far. Yep. That's 566 kills. So the Romans were successful in this one. Okay, this time it's 5,000 versus 5,000. And look at that. That is a whole small army right there. That's enough to keep your region safe. But we're going to see a bit of a slaughterfest here. Let's see how these two fare. Immediately, the Egyptians are already on the ball and flanking them. However, because the Romans are a bit slow moving, they're able to sneak around there into a little slight flank. But still not enough that the Egyptians can take the advantage in that. But they are poking them on these edges over here, which gives them a bit more of an advantage. See that? They got a few kills on their flanks. Faring much better than they could before. Look at that battle. It's really bloody, you can see. A lot of Egyptians died too, though. You see here Romans and Egyptians getting over the battles of their dead. Romans have the slight advantage. They push a little bit. Go ahead and look over here. Their lines are very much thinning over at the edge. At the edges here, though. Especially over here. Romans are very much flanking these Egyptians, and you don't want that. You want it the other way around. Egyptians are thickest at the center. Looks like Romans are flanking them now over here, too. Egyptians have... they've gotten a very decent amount of kills. But it's not half like they did last time. Then again, they only have half at the moment. Those Egyptian lines are crumbling right now. They are dying fast. Yep, in some places you can see the Romans are poking through. Or about to poke through. They have not broken in certain areas. But hey, the Egyptians managed to get almost 3,000 kills. Now they got more than 3,000. So that's good for them. The Romans have lost a very significant amount of forces here. It's going to cost them dearly in battles to come. Not that it matters, because we're going to be doing a lot more than last time. It's going to be a well-armed, small army, a small invasion force against a small kingdom. Look at that. And just like that, the Egyptian lines crumble. Roman victory. Now it's 10,000 versus 10,000. A very large army. Not very large, but it's fairly decently sized, barely covering this whole map. Let's start. Immediately there's a river of blood going on over here. Romans able to quickly, very quickly set up their lines. Mostly because they're slow. The edges are very thin. Romans are pushing to flank these guys as best they can. But so far the fights are surprisingly not that far apart. Romans, at least 200 kills, almost 200 kills more than the Egyptians. The Egyptians very close to the Romans. So the Romans are getting slightly more kills than the Egyptian spearmen so far. But now it's going on to the 300s for the Romans. Alright, this doesn't look good for the Egyptians at all. Every time the Egyptians manage to do an early flank, the Romans slowly going around them. The Egyptian flanks were a little bit larger. It might be a bit better than that. You can see there are a lot of Roman and Egyptian bodies in here. It's just very deadly battle here. I wouldn't want to get into this type of battle without first trying to whittle them down with arrows or throw some pylon. If they threw some pylon at them, they would probably be in a much better position. Get a few hundred kills the first minute. But hey, so far, Romans, 1,000-man advantage. And that might change to 2,000, who knows. The Egyptians are doing quite a bit of damage. Wow. There are a lot of Romans over here flanking them right now. So the flanks are not faring as good as they were last time. Looks like the Romans got an even bigger advantage due to the fact that there's 10,000 men on the field. Yeah, their flanks are crumbling right now. Look at how quickly that's falling apart. It's 3,500 versus 5,300. Again, falling apart. But that's not without the Egyptians giving the Romans quite a good hammering. There may be only 2,500 of these guys left, but they aren't going down without making these Romans bleed. Yeah, they're just chewing them at the sides, though. Yep, those lines are about to crumble once again. Look at that. Already breaking through the lines. Wow, look at this big mound that these guys made. That's not the biggest mound you'll ever see, but it's an impressive one. They got blood flowing just about everywhere. Alright. Let's go ahead and do 100,000 this time. Alright, it's a real big leap. Oh wow, look at that. Over at the edge here, you can see that they're practically right next to each other. Like teeth to teeth right now. I'm gonna have to move them back a little on the next one. Yeah, I can't make them all that straight. I wish I could. But looking at this, it's 100,000 men versus 100,000 instead of the 50,000 because I don't have the patience for that. But this is going to be one deadly battle. Let's see how it goes. And immediately, hundreds die as soon as they clash. And the battle line is slowly establishing. It's establishing much quicker for the Egyptian army, though. You can see these lines just real thick and huge. All deep and everything. Romans are getting flanked a little bit, but by the looks of things, they are still forming, so they'll be able to flank these Egyptians pretty quickly. In fact, there's already a huge difference. It's about 1,000 kills versus the Egyptians and all that. So the Romans have 1,000 kill advantage so far. It's going up rapidly. Egyptians are peeling off to try to hold them off, but that's going to pretty much thin out very quickly. Blood's filling up everywhere so far. This battle will last a little bit longer. Look over here. The flank is not as thick over here than it was over there. I'm going to have to probably try to move them a little bit farther away. We'll make the lines a little bit longer. People will die a little bit quicker, and who knows? Maybe the Egyptians will get a lot more kills next time. So far, Romans, by the looks of things, 3,000 kill advantage. And they are chewing through these Egyptians. They're not sending enough men at the flanks, and they can send them at the flanks right now. But they're only sending probably 20, 30 at a time. And that doesn't help these guys at all. You can even see that the Roman lines are just a tad bit thicker than the Egyptian lines as well. Over here, these Egyptian lines are a bit bleh. Very bleh. Look at that. And you can already see that this huge They have a real big height advantage right now. Mostly due to the fact that they're standing over the bodies of the dead Egyptians. Honestly, who knows? They might get lucky. They might split the Egyptians in half before the battle is over. Over here, still trying to reinforce this area. Romans have been pushing them back one by one. You can see they're desperately trying to establish their lines, and they're only successfully delaying the inevitable. Okay, well, it's 20,000 kills on the Egyptian side, and the Romans got 29,000. They're not at a 10,000 kill advantage just yet, but it looks like they might at some point. So far, a lot of troops have been killed in this battle. I can definitely see over here on the edges, they do have slightly smaller lines, despite the fact that they're winning. But I'm not sure that really matters all that much so far. Again, it's really where the edges where the Romans are taking advantage. Maybe if we had a battle where the lines were completely just can't flank each other, the Egyptians might have a bigger advantage. Then again, they didn't really get that many kills when it was just in the forefront. It looks like the Romans have managed to push enough. They're actually pushing over the little hill that they've made. In some places they haven't, actually. You can see they haven't managed to push at all. There's so many dead bodies, the blood. Well, they haven't really made any pools of blood, but they got a lot of blood everywhere. Look, Romans are even attempting to surround the Egyptians now. Can't really do it because the Egyptians are capable of meeting them pretty quickly. They're pretty fast. So they're just able to delay them for that much longer. Over here you can see all those pools of blood. And Romans slowly pushing forward. And they also got fairly thicker lines as well. Look at this huge line. That's 100,000 men. This is just Persia all over again, except the Egyptians are slightly better than the Persians. At least I think they are. Oh, that's... Who does a spinning move with a spear? No wonder you guys are losing. You're so undisciplined. You think spinning around the spear is a good trick. That's not how you win wars. You stab with a spear. You don't swing. But yeah, now even more Romans are capable of coming in around. That little lines on the flank is getting thicker and thicker. We're moving pretty quickly now. They have the capability of completely surrounding this force. More and more and more troops are having to be pulled off to take care of these Romans. The only place where they're not able to get a thick enough line is in the center here, and as they push even further over there, it's capable of getting these guys to just be squeezed in. So the cycle continues over and over again. Yeah, Romans have pushed pretty far, but the only places where their lines are getting thinner and thinner are at the edges. So this is actually taking a very long time. You can see all these bodies of the dead where the battles once were. So far, Romans killed 71,000. And they still have 50,000. The Romans still have 51,000 troops remaining. The Egyptians had 27,000. I can't remember what the margin for the last battle was. The last battle, the 10,000 man battle, they had significantly more kills. This time, it seems like they're going to have a little bit less than they did last time. They're at the 50,000 kill mark. Well, I mean, there's 24,000 Egyptians, so maybe I'm speaking too soon. But Romans are really, really doing their best to flank these guys. Yeah, just look at all those guys just trying to peel off too. They don't even have enough men to peel off now. It's better to retreat. Retreat, my man, retreat. You will lose. Yeah. Once again, those lines are really thinning out. Oh, look at that. There's a whole pool of blood here now. That's how many troops have been killed so far. Who knows? Maybe the Egyptians will get an advantage. The Romans kill so many that they drown themselves. Oh yeah, there's pools of blood over here as well. They're knee deep in it. So far, Egyptians got 57,000 kills, so they're doing pretty well against these guys. Over here, Egyptians are getting surrounded, but they're about three men thick as they're getting surrounded. Not that it seems to matter all that much. And just look at this. It's just a huge wave of Romans trying to flank them. And some lines, actually all the lines are pretty thick. I mean thin. How do you guys die? How did you guys die? Did you get crushed to death or something? How did you die? Yeah, they got killed over here as well. How did they die? Maybe they flew backwards or something? Maybe this hill got so tall that they're actually sliding down the hill. I mean, look at this. So many bodies now. This whole front line is about to break very, very soon. You can even see over here. Just about 3 to 4 men over as reinforcements. Looks like this is going to be the first area where they're going to break. It might be the first area anyways. Look, that line is getting really thin. There's almost no line now. I can see it. Just about 1 man per tile, or per line. It's crumbling. Their lines are now crumbling. In fact, they're just charging forward now. Yep, that line's just about broken. It's completely broken. Now there's hardly any... Ooh, they even broke over here. Yeah, all the lines, the place completely just shattered already. Alright, you can hear running water too, and that's because this entire area is basically a lake of blood. That's not running water you hear, that's running blood. Oh, look at this. Look how thick and full of bodies this place is. It's pretty amazing. Okay, now that that's done, we gotta do the one that'll go for like an hour long. And I think I'm probably going to stop it there. There's no way I'm going to do 5 million versus 5 million, or 2 million versus 2 million. That's just too much, that'll take all day. Oh dear. Looks like the Romans have a bit of a height advantage now. That's not going to be good for the Egyptians. But at least it's 1 million versus 1 million. Can't see the entire army right now, so I guess we'll go to one edge and we'll see how it goes. Provided I can get to this edge. It's taking a long while. Alright then. 1 million troops versus 1 million. The final deciding factor of whether Romans are... Obviously Romans are better, but to compare the battle to see how well these guys do. Again, the Egyptians and Romans have been pushed a little bit further back. Or a lot bit further back, apparently. They're taking a long time to get towards each other. And already, Romans are stacking up a couple hundred kills versus the enemy. It's going swimmingly for both sides, I suppose. Already, they're racking up quite a bit of blood, too. Egyptians will manage to extend the lines quite a bit. They'll be the first to extend the lines. In fact, they're actually managing to push around them a bit. If they're lucky, they might be able to make things better for themselves. probably. Especially considering the Romans don't have too big an advantage right now. The Romans got 2,000 kills more than the Egyptians. So far, the Egyptians are still extending those lines too. But considering how slow the Romans move, the Egyptians will definitely establish their lines first before the Romans can. And that's how the Romans are going to flank the enemy. You can see that whole wave of troops just making their way forward. Yep, and the Egyptian lines have almost settled so far. They're still extending those lines pretty well. But so far, the Romans have about a 4,000, almost 5,000 man kill advantage. Yeah, Egyptians have more or less kind of settled these lines over here. Romans are still trying to press forward, and they are flanking the enemy as best they can. But flanking, well, it will kind of change the course of the battle. Considering that there's 1 million here right now, that's going to be a while. Looks like the Egyptians are already trying to stop the flank as well. Because the Romans still have not established the front line. And that front line is going to keep on moving. Yeah, in fact, a lot of Egyptians have peeled off. I don't know if the Romans will be successful. That's a very thick line right there. Rather than looking over here, let's go ahead and see how the battle is faring. The Egyptians, right now, they do have the height advantage over here. That's a very huge height advantage. Despite the fact that the Romans got quite a few kills in. You can just see these uneven lines. Romans are pushing in certain places, but they have been able to push in others. Especially look at how thick these lines are. The Roman lines are actually thicker than the Egyptian lines. That might change because, you know, there's so much blood appearing that it's possible the Romans could drown themselves. They do have certain areas where the Romans do not have the height advantage. I mean, if you look over here, there's pools of blood being made. Whole lakes worth. They haven't really made them out yet. Over here, this area is just still pushing forward with that pool of blood. So that's not really done yet. On this area, though, look at that. This is a very weird flank. But the Romans have a they're much thicker over here. It's going to be a problem for them. They're actually enveloping these guys. And the Egyptians are moving to counter envelop. Romans will react to that push. That's about a couple of hundred Egyptian spearmen. Yeah, that's an awful lot of spearmen that they peeled off. Yeah, despite the fact that the Romans have managed to just do a flank and actually envelop some places, the Egyptians were very quick to react. Not that this will matter very long. The Romans will crumble this area. But the lines are thick and the battles are long. Let's take a look and see how things are doing over here. Not yet turning into a lake so far. But look at that. Romans are attaining a height advantage over here. Look at that. So many troops. And they even push a little bit more in some places. So far, 100,000 kills. More than 100,000 the Romans have killed. They have such a huge advantage now too. Look at that. They got 9,000 versus 117,000. But you know, if they're lucky, if these guys are lucky, the Romans will drown in the pools of blood that they made. Although I'm not entirely sure. Look at how thick this line is. I mean, look at this to scale. Pav, your Egyptian general watching the battle. Oh, hang on. Let's raise our heads a little bit. Pav, your Egyptian general on a horse, observing the battlefield. Oh dear. That is a lot of troops. That is massive. I mean, it is 1 million versus 1 million. Oh look, here's a bigger height. It's so far over there you can barely see it. Oh, they've even managed to make a little bit of a puddle over here. Yeah, Romans are fighting in one wave. Egyptians are fighting in waves. And just look at how intimidating that must be. And you're basically climbing over the bodies of the dead right now. Romans have to see an intimidating thing too. As soon as they get over this hill, they can see all those troops right over there. That's gotta be scary. It's like, yes, I finally killed the third one, and we're just this close to winning. And then you look over that hill, you climb up over it, and just 100,000 men up in front of you. So we don't necessarily have pools of blood yet. Just like puddles, I should say. It'd be nice if they had pools of blood, but they don't have that as yet. Over here, Romans have actually broken some of the lines a bit. They surrounded these guys right now, but they were unable to meet these guys. Egyptians sent another wave to stop these guys from pushing that flank. Seriously, just look at this. You can tell that they're, despite the fact they're managing to push pretty quickly over here, there's already piles of bodies that these Romans are climbing over. Which is pretty insane. I mean, look at this. It's pretty high over here, too. Imagine having to step over the bodies of your own comrades. Egyptians have managed to peel off quite a bit more troops over here. Not that it seems to matter. I'm not even able to plug in this gap over here. And Romans are still slowly pushing them. Let's see how many kills they got. 260 kills. 260,000. Egyptians, 195,000. Oh, looks like there's a pool of blood finally forming over here. Not very thick, but I mean, it's decent size, I'd say. Probably. It's very creepy to see. You can definitely see how crazy deadly this battle is too. They haven't achieved getting pools of blood over here yet. Like, so much death and destruction that has happened. Kind of looks like the Egyptians have very thin lines compared to the Romans. Despite the fact there's only a 70,000 man difference. The Romans have been doing the best they can to push. And you see, this is the result. It's like art. A very gruesome piece of art, I could say. Trying to form rivers everywhere. Oh, it looks like there might be a pool of blood in here, though. Yeah, they are crawling over a pool of blood. It's ankle deep so far. Again, look at this long line, this endlessly long line. It goes on for miles. Miles. Over here you can see that the lines kind of thinning out. Look at that. The Romans have actually pushed pretty far over here. Oh man. How thick is that? Oh, that's down to the head. There's so many dead bodies over here that their troops might be drowning. Egyptian troops might be drowning over here. That's insane. I probably should have enabled the pools of blood, but this is wow. This is very bad for the Egyptian spearmen. Those guys really die pretty quick. I mean, that is it's surprising that they managed to make a pool of blood over here and not over there. Yeah, Romans are pushing very fast. And a lot of Egyptian soldiers are drowning over here. Yeesh, did not see that coming. I mean, it's cool, but I did not see that coming. I was expecting the Romans to drown. Let's see how this is doing over here. I can see blood down here. I don't see pools of blood though. So now there's 100,000 kill difference so far. Despite the fact that so many died, this battle is not going to end anytime soon. It's nice that they're able to do quite a bit of flanking. The more they're able to flank, the more they're able to kill. And look at how many of these Romans have killed so far. Whoa. Huh. That's interesting. Oh, here. River of Blood's not as thick as it was before. Probably because they're filling up those bodies and raising the little bed so far. I mean, look how thick these lines are, too. There's just so many Romans getting in there ready to flank these guys. If only they could take a chunk off and take them around a bit further. And see other places where the pools of blood are trying to form. It's not that thick over here. Probably. Again, Romans have managed to acquire a fairly large hill. It's really thick. And the Romans have already killed 450,000, almost 500,000. That is quite deadly. It looks like the Egyptians will manage to get definitely more than 500,000 kills off of these Romans. Look at that. Romans are doing their best to squeeze through those gaps. Wow. They really squeezed through those gaps. Not a lot of them have decided to reinforce this gap either. Or flank, I should say. And now they're peeling off another 100 Egyptian troops. Doing the best they can in this situation. It just keeps repeating itself over and over again. And you look at this, the battle there used to be battles all the way over here. Look at that. Now the Romans have decided, no, they want to kill everyone. And the battle lines are thickest around here too. So that battle's not going to end anytime soon. You see here, these Egyptians are having to push over quite a thick amount of water. I think some of them might be drowning too. Who knows? But now they just keep repeating the same strat over and over again. See, it keeps getting wider and wider as well. But now the Romans have officially killed 500,000, more than 500,000, while the Egyptians got 377,000. It is a deadly battle, but it is a winnable one for the Romans. The Egyptians, not so much. And you can see how the Egyptians are just flying down this hill now because it's gotten so high. Look at how high and steep this hill is now. They just roll on down that hill. And they're already peeled off enough so the Romans can push through these gaps again. so far, not much has changed. Not killing people in the thousands per second, to killing people in the hundreds per second. And that's taken an awful long time. I don't know how these guys managed to fall down all the way over here, but they have. They still have a massive amount of lines over here. We'll peel off from this side and see how people are faring over here. Still a lot of death and destruction, that's for sure. How's this? Oh wow, bodies are actually falling down over there. That's interesting. The mounds have gotten so high that they're making another mound as the bodies just slide down the hill. It's really weird. And you can see how things are forming over here. I kind of wish I put like an enemy, like a body over there so the Romans could chase after him after this. That way I could tell, I could see how this has formed. It's pretty cool looking, I had to say. Kind of look like there are wings forming on the sides here. You do kind of see some cracks in certain areas where the Romans have been unable to push as far. And I don't know what's causing that. Maybe a few Romans drowned or something. But that sure is a lot of bodies. Alright, look. How quickly this formed too. Romans just keep on moving. Oof. Look at that river of blood right there too. But there's just so many, they're killing so many that there are more dead bodies than there are rivers of blood. That's pretty amazing. You can even hear water flowing now. Look at that, immediately breaks through this little flank here. And they're about to send even more. Yep. They're having to peel off 1,000, maybe 100 men. 500. You can even see the Romans being forced to push through this puddles here. And look how thick these lines are too. It just kept getting longer and longer and more curved inwards. It's pretty amazing. And wow, they even peeled off some more over there as well. They peeled off so many that might be able to flank the Romans over here for a short while. In fact, that's what they're doing right now. That's so many troops this time, too. But the Romans did manage to break through these lines, though. So I don't think that's going to last very long. Yeah, Romans work fast. Yep, the Romans managed to push through so hard they're having to peel off even more. It's a very strange battle that keeps going and going and going. Man, that's a lot of blood. Wow, this is taking an awful long time. There are only 300,000 Egyptians left. The Romans only have 495,000. Wow, look at how long these lines have become as well. It's insanely huge. The battles just seemingly are not ending at all. And they're about to end now too, look at that. At least over here. They can't thin them out fast enough. And the Egyptians have already reached over the 500,000 mark. So I'd say about probably 2, maybe not 2, like 1.7 Egyptians can defeat a Roman. Maybe 1.6, who knows? Oh, you can even see these pools of blood too. They're about knee deep, I'd say. That's how many bodies there are, that's for sure. Another pool of blood over here. It's a river, more like. You can hear all that water flowing, that blood flowing. But they're actually peeling off so many troops to get these guys too. That has to take a lot of strain on these guys. But their flanks are still so thick, which is why they're able to do it. Over here, we can see where some of those battles really used to be. Look at all that blood. There's a whole river of blood right there. And they just push through so quickly, too. And you see the Romans are now ending up with the height advantage. Right on this side. The Egyptians used to have a height advantage over here. Not that it seems to really matter all that much. They have the height advantage. And they're really doing their job. They're killing them all. Brutally, murderlessly. Just slaughtered. And every second, they keep peeling off more. And right now, there are only 250,000 Egyptian spearmen left. That's quite the deadly battle, I can tell you. So far, they're only bringing a few men to try to stop these guys too. Sending in a few men at a time. Looks like they're sending in another wave though. Maybe barely even 100 at this moment. You can see over here too, that line is gone. That hill is high. And the blood is everywhere. I mean, look at that. The Romans, despite the fact they're only twice as many right now, but they still look really thick and full of troops. They look like they have a lot of troops left, despite the fact that they also lost like 550,000, 560,000 troops. The Egyptian army has lost 765,000. So there might be twice as much, but it looks like they might... The Romans kind of look like they have 3 times as many troops, which is crazy. It's crazy how much armor and slow movement these Romans have, but that's how they're able to get in around and flank the enemy too. And there's still too many troops over here to be able to even cause their lines to break. They're not able to kill them that fast. Some of these pools of blood are barely even pools of blood anymore. There's hardly any. Over here it's pretty decent. Let's say probably chest level. Not chest level, waist level. Over here, about knee deep. And those lines are definitely getting shorter, that's for sure. Lines have gotten shorter. Romans are very much happily pushing them along. And there are about 200,000 Egyptian troops left. But the Romans, yeah, they're taking a beating. They might end up with only 200,000 troops left by the time this battle's over. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? And that's one deadly battle. The lines are still pretty thick over here. It's insane. It's only when you get to the flanks where the lines look dangerously low. And you can see how far the Romans have been pushing as well. Look at this. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty amazing. Look. It's an interesting form of art. Egyptians only have 170,000 troops left now. But they die a bit quicker if those lines crumbled, which they have not. They're only crumbling at the flanks. Might take a couple more minutes until that's finally over. Yeah, the Romans are really outnumbering these guys right now. The Romans have about a little over twice as many troops. Egyptian troops at 150,000 men left. And look at how thin those lines are now. They still have a lot of troops ready to push forward. But boy, is that deadly. I think some of these guys might be drowning as well. Yeah, that's chest level right now. There's a lot of blood. Over here, Romans have almost pushed straight over this hill. They're making their way forward. Surprisingly, they might actually manage to kill them all before they can completely envelop the flanks. The Egyptians did 630,000 kills so far. Once again, this flank's getting enveloped. Boy, yeah, those lines just turned thin. Those are turning into very thin lines right now. And look at this just huge wave of Romans just pushing forward. They're about to get all these guys in from behind. Man, they got so many troops. They're not even able to envelop them. They're having so much trouble because they keep pulling off these Egyptians. The line's gotten so thin too. Romans have almost made it completely downhill as well. Yep, they've broken those lines once again. Egyptians will peel off to try to stop them. But yeah, now those lines are gotten really, really thin. Look at that. There's still quite a few Egyptians here and there. They're able to peel off, but just look how thick this line is. Oh, they're even at 67,000 troops left now. 75,000. These guys are dying fast. And they only have 70,000 men left. Romans doing their best to flank these guys, but the Egyptians are annoyingly stubborn. You can see very weird little lines forming in certain places. A couple lights over here, as you can see. Yeah, some of those lines have gotten so thick they're about to break. Look at all those bodies too. Yeah, there's not many of them left. Kind of wish I could see the lines break though, but the lines aren't breaking. Over here, Romans have really changed things. Those lines have gotten so thick, you can see over here they barely even exited this place. And there's even flowing rivers of blood right now. Despite the fact there's only 53,000, it hardly even looks like there's 53,000. They're not really dying all that fast either. There's 300,000 Romans left too, so the Egyptians will doing pretty decent amount of kills this round. Over here, this line is almost crumbled. Come on, man. No matter how much they try to envelop them, they can't seem to do it. Lines have gotten incredibly thick over here. You can see some areas where there's pools of blood or rivers of blood. Even over here, wow. That's a lot of dead bodies. They built a dike over here. Look at that. And it's just causing so many lakes, rivers and stuff. They're really feeding the desert. And the lines are getting really thin now too. They're so close to breaking those lines. So close. Still haven't really made it. It's actually driving me nuts how they've not broken yet. And there's only 28,000 left. It's insane that there's 28,000 left and they still haven't managed to break those lines at the center. There's 26,000. 25,000. Yep, they're about to break the lines now, though. Please break the lines. Please. Come on, man. It's like a 4-man over there. Could you finish him off, please? Even a little bit of troops over here. Please just break through. You're so close. It's so far. Yeah, they're about to completely break through this area over here. There's still 16,000 left. 16,000! Come on! And these Egyptians are still getting so many Roman kills. The Romans only have 280,000 troops left. It's impressive. Egyptian troops, like, are doing really well. And the line's finally broken. Especially over there. Line's broken over here. Right, let's take a look at any other places where they might have broken the lines. Just about broken the lines over here. Yep, just now. And over here, they're about to break those lines. They're really about to break them. Really caused the Romans a lot of headaches. But now, they're getting quite a bit of relief. They've broken the lines in several places, successfully causing them all to fall apart. There's practically no front line anymore, just small skirmishes, and that's about it. Yep, they keep breaking certain areas, and more areas get broken quicker and faster until they all die. There's only 2,000 Egyptian spearmen left. And we're about to see like how many Egyptian troops we may need just to have them have an even fight. given that these are 723,000 dead. I think the Egyptians might actually need 1.2 million in order to beat the Romans. I mean, looking at this, there are 270,000 Romans, and numbers do make a very big difference. Even if they have a slightly larger amount, it's going to be pretty deadly. Okay, Roman soldiers finally won, and they lost 276,000 troops. And looks like some of them have been lost to drowning, especially Egyptians. Egyptians have been lost to drowning. Not too many to make too big a difference. About maybe 1,000, 10,000 maybe. That like 1,000 have drowned so far. But it looks like the Egyptians might need 1.2, 1.3 million in order to be able to have a chance at the Romans. Either way, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe for more. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and good day.